Hey, Curvies. Well, I'm back with part two of the sweet tea live that I caught last night after Married to Medicine. She went live on her TikTok and was taking questions from her supporters. She doesn't like to call them fans. And of course, she had a lot to say about Dr. Heavenly, and she had a lot of thoughts about the rest of the cast. So why don't you go ahead and take a listen and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Take a listen.
Me and Contessa talk about this all the time because Contessa's a veteran.
Yeah,
So
get your
me and Contessa,
acupuncture, get your child.
my sister says she about to get the VA was paying for, like, she was getting like a colonoscopy and all that. I was like, they do that? She said,
Yes,
yeah, they do it
but
all.
I'll put my number in your DM, and you can call me whenever you need me, and we'll talk, sweetie.
Thank you, love. I really appreciate it. You've
Now,
helped me out
child, I done
tremendously.
transferred to the USDA, working from home, and our sister got to get up in the morning, so I'll holler at you later, girl.
All right. Oh, Lord. I hope they don't call me back in. All right. Well, you take care and have a great night.
You too, darling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Pecan Tan, y'all, she has been extremely helpful. Like, you never know. That's why I love talking to y'all, because you never know who you meet, what you learn from other people, and she's really helped me out a lot. Just telling me about my veteran benefits, and when I found out, I was like, oh, I gotta pay out of pocket. Oh, let me go ahead and go into the VA and ask them about them paying for this. And now look, going to one of the best doctors here in Atlanta, doing my IUI for free. And not only that, because I'm a veteran and I'm 100% disabled, my kids will be able to go to school for free. So let me see who else is on. Let me see. I'm gonna accept a few more.
Sweet tea.
What's up, teacher preacher?
Hey, I just wanted to say that I enjoy you so much. I definitely enjoy your energy. They need it. And that millennials have like a fighting spirit.
We do, don't we?
Yes. And that's really where all the hate is coming from. You got a good guy. Your baby is on the way. I'm glad that you're getting connected with the health care that you're supposed to get.
Yes.
And that when people are living past their prime, all they can do is hate. And then I'm
And
just gonna,
you so right.
yes, and I'm gonna give you the gem. The reason why the Dennis the Menace is so miserable is because she knows her time is coming to the end. And the moment that y'all bring Mariah back, you have that baby, and Quad goes and does whatever it is that she's doing, because that's just what miserable people do. Your time is coming.
Yes.
It is
I
on
agree
the
with
way.
you. I totally agree, because I just been thinking about that, because like you would think that I peed in these folks' cereal, Yeah, all I do is exist, and I do have that fighting spirit and the way that I was raised, and I think that, like, I'm really proud of who I am today, and I think that being on this show has made me stronger. I've built, I've had thicker skin from all the disrespect, all the nastiness, but it's making me stronger, and I allow the negativity, honestly, to empower me, and persevere through it all. And so I'm working behind the scenes, turning negatives into positives. Um, I'm just trying to turn the shade into a money tree. And so I always wonder what the audience sees and sometimes what they think. And I really appreciate the people that, I don't even like to say that I have fans, but I like to say that I have supporters that really uplift me. And I lean on you guys, because, you guys been watching it since it started, and you never know what you can learn from others. And, your opinions do matter to me. And I also expect, like, my supporters to hold me accountable. If anything I've done wrong, let me know. And so,
No,
and you know,
I don't think you're wrong for anything. I think it's fucked up if you use somebody's medical diagnosis and you're a doctor, allegedly, right? A dentist representing
right.
yourself to say something like that about someone. But then when you were a person that was obese, that was probably bullied, probably was made, to feel bad that you did have three kids and you didn't bounce back, of course you would be nasty and say those things to people. Anybody that
Yes, and it's like no amount of surgery has really fixed that attitude. And it's just like you would think that you would be like, I don't know, some people need to be humble after a while. And
well, I
I
think
do
her.
think that was nasty. And for the cast to gaslight me on that, like, well,
No,
it's just
I
a
think you
show.
had every right to talk crazy to Dr. Jackie. All of those people have ways. I think that eventually Mariah's time will come. I think every dog has its day. Every dog
Yes.
has its day, and I'm pretty sure you have more story to tell than people that aren't living and telling their truth.
Truth, correct.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
everybody
And
can
people
see.
see, I always say, the people, they are smart. Like, they can tell when y'all not authentic. Like, stop. It's so annoying because there's so many people that's trying to produce, and I get annoyed by that because I'm like, we're supposed to be the talent. We're supposed to come in and just live our lives, but it annoys me because one moment you'll say one thing, and the next scene you have a whole different outlook, and it's like, I done heard people tell me, well, yeah, I say two different things, and I just let the producers pick which one they want to go, and I just go roll with it. I just think that's crazy.
No, I just think you're very genuine and you just haven't been jaded to the tricks or the antics of being on TV. Because if you did, you would have a whole new wardrobe. If you did, you wouldn't have a Honda. If you did, you wouldn't just really be showing up as yourself. And I think that's the part about being a millennial. I don't think you ever lied about your story with how you met your husband. I don't think you lied about, what medical issues you were dealing with. I think you showed up genuine in the space.
Thank
Um,
you. I did. And unfortunately, you can't control the editing. They gonna edit the way they want to, and that's why I started my YouTube channel, so I can really talk about really what really happened in the scene, what was said, and because some things, people take things out of context. And so that's why I really started my YouTube, so I can really, really just give everybody my authentic self without any editing, and go from there. Like, I want more for this show, even though I've only been on the show for 2 years, but I do want more for the show, and I think
the
that they
show
do
needs
need to have new
Mariah.
blood.
The show needs Mariah. That's it.
I think Mariah should come back and kind of sit and you know
Well, I think
facilitate.
the same way that Heavenly has been very upfront about using you last season, to make the whole season. Really, the whole season was about you, whether they want to say that or not. She can keep saying that she's trying to bring Quad back, but Quad doesn't belong on the show. Mariah already said that. And at the beginning and the end of the day, a lot of people are past their prime. You can only see the same old people argue about the same old
Same
things.
thing over, and I agree. I had talked about this because I was like, how many times are you guys gonna recycle the same old people? Y'all gotta switch it up. You gotta bring in new people. You know, stop bringing in.
I think they tried with Alicia. She was very nice to look at, nice lady, but they need to bring Mariah back. Heavenly is eventually gonna. If you give a person enough rope, they will hang themselves. Those things that she said about Greg were disrespectful, out of line, and damn near. If you knew some attorneys or some people and didn't have certain
Hmm.
things in your contracts, I'm pretty sure there could be things done to her. But a person like that will eventually get what's coming to them. I think now that
Oh
Mariah
yes.
has sat out, she's had her turn. It might be time for Heavenly to sit out.
I think so too. I think that the cast is waiting for Heavenly to go through something, and it's funny that she does all the things that she does and thinks it's funny, and she says do it for the show, but it goes way too far that it can affect our real lives, and so
She
I think
doesn't
that she
have
does need to be
anything going
reprimanded.
on. She doesn't have anything going on. I do think she has a nice marriage to Damon, but I still think she's that big fat girl that has been insecure since. I mean, everybody has certain things that they hold on to, but nobody that has a house that big, that has a marriage that perfect, that has their own dental practice, that's that
Act like
intelligent,
that.
that can
Mm-mm.
tell people those things, will sit their ass up in a computer to talk shit about people that they allege are their friends. It
Exactly. That's why I said I was talking to another blog and I was like, honestly, when you look at it, because I was going to shoot a scene of me picking up my medical records from her office and they told me no. And I was like, no, why can't I do that? Because I was there. And so basically I do feel like my dentist harassed me the way she did because it wasn't just one occasion that she did it. It was for a while that it went on. And it got really low, real low. And so I was like, let's do it. Let's shoot the scene. And they're like, well, are you sure you want to do that? Yes. Like, why are you asking me if I'm sure? Like, this is reality TV, isn't it? So I was going to do that. But we just, I was like, you know what? I let it go. And I was like, maybe she apologized, but she wasn't even nice about apologizing. She didn't want to.
You don't
And
even want
so
that type of apology. The best thing you can do for a person like her is ignore her, because her slip is showing and her time is almost up. It's only so many things you can do now that her daughter's gone. Now that she's going to be forced to have to show a couple of things. Once you have that baby and you make her eat her words, because she will eat them.
mhm.
Nobody says anything like that without God getting them, because there's just certain
That's
things
true.
you don't
That's true.
you don't speak on. And so to speak on that, I think it's going to be a few more things that she says where she puts her foot in her mouth, and eventually she will be on
Oh,
an island by herself.
oh,
People, they just
y'all
haven't.
will see. She gonna say some stuff probably in this girls trip when you see it, and it's gonna be like, okay, like you doing too much. Like you was over here complaining about what I said when we had that argument on that live, and
This
I
isn't
went.
heavenly people. This is not Heavenly show. As much as Heavenly wants to, but let me tell
They
you
keep
something.
on saying that it's her
When you
show.
do
It's
wrong
not.
to people, because yes, Mariah had to be humbled. I'll give her that. Mariah eventually had to be humbled. But then, as soon as they finally saw Quad for her works and her ways, what did they do to Quad? They took her ass to a winery to
Mhm.
throw her ass off the show. Then you had Heavenly already saying that they sat up in a sister circle to essentially get Quad off the show. But Heavenly knows that deep down inside, they do need to bring back Mariah. Y'all can go and get
They
contestants.
do.
Y'all can go and get everybody else, but this is Mariah's show. Her name is in
It
the
is.
credits, and that
It
is what the
is.
people want.
She's the
You can bring
creator.
100 people back, but it's not going to take the place of Mariah. Same way
That's
with
true.
with Nene. They all have to be humbled. Every dog has its day. Yet she probably was doing a lot of things behind the scenes. But now that she knows that people don't work well with being put on islands, she has to go. I mean, that's eventually what's going to happen. People are going to want to see Mariah back. Mariah has a new energy. A couple with a couple new people. Sweet Tea probably will
Hmm.
find some friends in the medical community, and then all these
And I
old
do have friends. I have friends in the medical
bring
community
them
that I'm willing
around.
to
Bring
bring
the new
around.
friends around. They can only edit so many people out. Bring the ones that have nothing to lose. Well, bring some that do have some things to lose.
Yes, I want to bring both. We gonna bring
Yeah.
both.
So yes, just it's on the way. The people can see you. The best thing that you can do is the best thing you can do is drink that tea like that lady said. Go to the VA,
Yes,
drink that tea, go to the VA, shop at the best places that your money can afford, and stay away from that dark
hmm,
ass energy, because that's all that it is. There's no
it
way that you
really
put
is dark
your hand,
energy.
yeah, but yeah, very dark, very very dark. I'm sending you love and light. If you can find Mariah, please tell her that the people are rooting for her. It's her
Oh, I
show,
will. I will
and
let her
that we
know.
want
She's the
to see her
sweetest.
back. She's learned her lesson. She's learned her lesson. Um, she's learned her lesson. Those people were
Yes,
never
I
her
think she
friends.
has. I think she has. I think she also she's been enjoying her time away too because she's still getting paid. And I was telling her I was like I love where you don't have to deal with a lot of drama. You still getting paid. But Mariah is great TV and she's hilarious. I sat down with her and Buffy and they did their show together. And I love Mariah. She's hilarious. She is
I just
authentic.
think
She is
Mariah
herself
had to
and she's
be. I
cool.
think Mariah had to be humbled. I think she probably got a little long off the leash, and I
Hmm.
just think she had to be humbled. Everybody gets humbled, but I just think it's how you recover from it, and I think she understands the error in some of her ways. But it's the same thing with Heavenly. She's gotten she's
Beside herself for sure.
yes. There's no way.
And she's
First of
gotten
all,
big head and she's untouchable. And I do think that she's a puppet. I
well,
think
people
she's
like
a
anybody
puppet.
that's willing to say anything, but where do you draw the line at? Because it can't be that
Yeah.
you say things to other people and then they can't say things to you. And
Hmm.
everybody has
Exactly.
secrets. Everybody has secrets. Now people may be scared or may be intimidated or may not have let them come out yet, but everybody should sweep around their own front porch before they sweep
I
around anybody
agree. I
else's.
agree. Because when you try to come over here knocking on my door, I'm going to yours and I'm ready to put your business out there. Because I know and I know for a fact that she is hiding things. I could put out a lot of stuff that I heard, but I don't like to do that kind of stuff. But I don't say nothing until you come over here bothering me. So, and I understand that we still got to film a show, and we can still make a good show without it getting too dark. But I just, I'm just learning how to navigate through this whole process. And shoot, this is season 2, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You get to learn a little bit more about who I am, the things that interest me, and I felt good more. I felt better this season knowing that I defended myself a lot more because last year it was so much, filming and all that was so new to me. I barely would, shoot, I barely almost didn't even make it to the scenes because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. I even tried getting out my contract at one point. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was just stressed out. And so, but I made it through. And then this season, I felt, it was still a lot of drama, but I felt good defending myself. And
Well,
I was like, okay, I can do this.
you're the new energy, and I'm pretty sure they'll find more stories with you and Greg than they will with people that we've seen for 10 years now. And that's just the facts of the that's just what the facts are. You have way more things going on, and the one thing before I go that I've learned is that when people try to use your truth against you, there's nothing left that needs
Right.
to be said. So now
That's
that
so
lady then
true.
said all them ugly things about you can just invite the cameras to go on the same journey that a lot of women are going through. You drinking your
Right.
tea, you going to the veterans appointment, you know doing charity work with those
Yep.
people. Like it's just so many
Yep.
things that will just be just a gentle reminder from God that He does not like ugly, and that
That's so
same
true.
table that what he said, the first will be last and the last will be first, all of that stuff, it's going to be those same people
Yes.
that are going to eat their words.
They will. No, they are, and I think they are. They are slowly happening to them, and I'm seeing it. And so I said, when Karma come knocking on the door, I'm gonna be there with that damn popcorn, and I'm gonna be
Oh, of
ready.
course.
And
Everybody gets their karma. The reason why Jackie was so pressed like a panini is because that lady ain't perfect either. Y'all went to the same fucking place that man cheated on you. That was the
right,
karma
and
in that entire situation. The reason
that
why
whole thing
Heavenly
was
got so
crazy.
I mean, but it goes to show you every dog has its day. Quad got walked up out of the winery because that was her karma for doing the shit to Mariah. The only reason Heavenly is fighting like this to deflect and do all these things is because her time is coming.
And I
All it
think that
takes
she
is
also doesn't want to. She don't want to upset Damon either. And I think that she doing all she can to distract the audience from dragging Damon of what he said to Gregory. And so she came up with some type of lie talking about Phaedra, did this thing where she had Quad kicked out, and that had nothing to do with Phaedra. for a fact because she told me it had nothing to do with Phaedra. Phaedra wasn't a part of that. There
Phaedra
was
doesn't
also a
have
lot
to
of
be involved with that. I don't think Phaedra would play dirty like that. That's not Phaedra's
no,
style.
and she had no reason to do that. She had no reason to do that. So it was just like, I think that right now, the dentist is deflecting and trying to do her best to get the attention off of her and Damon. And because I honestly don't think that Damon really wants, he really likes to be a part of the show. I think that he just kind of comes along and does whatever Heavenly asks him to do, and they just go along with it. But I
That's
think
because it
that
hasn't turned negative yet. She has sense enough to she has sense enough to use everybody else and to put the attention on everyone else so it's never on
correct, she
her.
does that. She
She does
definitely
a
does that,
perfect job of that.
and then she'll say, "I'm gonna say this and take it back," or she come to the reunion, apologize, and that's it. Because like last year, her energy at the reunion was a little different, because she was they were trying to like allege things about my husband's practice and stuff like that. They didn't show it, but it was just all like, you would do all of this just for TV purposes. Like, it's crazy to me. It really is. And so I don't trust people like that. I
It's
don't
not
fuck with
about
people like
money.
that.
It's not what you'll learn is, and I promise you, the longer that you stay around, is that for all of them, it after a certain point, and you get there long enough, and your contract starts getting into those six figures and making more money. It's never about the money. It's always about the fame.
I'm seeing that. And I think I'm seeing it, and I think I'd be so disappointed when I see the levels that people will go to just for the fame. And I'm like, damn, I guess fame is a drug. It hasn't, like, I've gotten a taste of it being on the show, but like, I'm not, I don't know. I still keep myself humble. Like, I work an everyday job. I don't get beside myself and think that, oh, now I got to buy these high end things and all that. Of course, I'm going to upgrade myself as time go on for the show. But I always want to stay myself and show people, like, I'm just a regular girl, and that happens to be on a TV show, and I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna speak my truth, and I'm gonna speak the truth. But that's neither here or there. I just want to see more. I want to see newness on the show, and I want people to show their actual lives. I think that people are afraid, and I think that they're afraid because Heavenly will twist things and all that. And I think they're now at a point where they don't want to put out anything. And so I don't like. I think that she eventually is going to have to change. Either she's going to have to leave or change her approach, because I think that if we just be all honest and show our real lives, we wouldn't have to do so much work. Like, she's over there trying to promote the show and making up all these damn lies on YouTube just to keep people going. But I'm like, if everybody just show their lives and just be real, and then we just run it, and then some of the problems, let's be there for each other. Let's try to work through it. We might fight and argue. I mean, let things naturally happen. Like, it really, to me, is not that hard.
No, you just have to bring some of your friends around, some people that actually are. I'm pretty sure Greg knows a lot of people that are
He does.
doctors. Some people that haven't been on camera, some fresh energy, some people that are really low key that probably wouldn't ever try to be on TV, but would like to come
Hmm.
around. Some people that would be very interesting. I'm pretty sure Mariah has some people
Yes,
that
I
she could
got a
be
couple
friends
of people I
with.
want to bring around, and I got a couple I want to just bring around,
Bring them.
and see how they respond, because I do think that some of them are threatened by new people,
Oh,
and that's
absolutely.
why there's all the hazing and all that kind of stuff when it starts. Because I think the way they feel is that because they started the show, they going out with the show, and so they think it's their show.
These people seem to forget if they can kick Mariah off her own shit and still have her name in the opening credits of all of it. What in the world makes you think that you can't go?
Right.
This is
Correct.
not how any of that works. No, you should
Correct.
you should
Yeah, you're
you should
right.
have an event, find a way to bring these new people around, get some conversations going, And the ones that they want to keep
Mm-hmm.
around, people will the ones with good energy. Let me say that, because the ones with good energy, the ones you have genuine relationship with, bring them around. They'll easily be
That's what I'm gonna
triggered and
do.
bothered.
That's why. Yep, I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that next year. I tried to bring in a few people this year, but I like they weren't all doctors. They weren't doctors' wives. But I'm gonna bring in actual doctors'
Yes,
wives because
they
I
got to
actually
be
met a few
doctors'
since the season.
wives. They
I
got to
met
be
some
doctors'
recently.
wives. And then y'all go on
Hmm.
those fake ass trips. Bring one of them where they got it. They're gonna
I
be
really
forced to be
should.
around.
I
They got to
really
be forced
should.
to get camera time. It's a
Hmm.
game. I'm pretty sure Mariah can give you give you a few cards to put in the deck. Trigger these people. Old people are easily
Hmm.
triggered
Make them
because they're stuck in their ways. They can't adapt. They can't really think on their
so
feet.
true.
That's
So
it.
true, and I hate to say it. My husband is the same way. He be stuck in his ways. I be trying to get him to change, and I be like, hey, we gotta evolve. We gotta do something different. And they do not like change. They do not like it. And I think that, and I think that's what annoys me because it's too much of like some of my cast members some of them try to produce me, and I'm like, stop trying. I don't need you to do that. Like. Like I just want to live my life. This is supposed to be easy. It shouldn't be hard. I don't want to rehearse nothing. I don't want to do none of that. It should be easy. Let me just show up, do what I need to do, what I got to do, and go back to work. So
Yeah,
it shouldn't be this hard.
I think it's a difference when you start something and you're not aware that the cameras are around, i.e. Toya and Mariah fighting in that damn pool and things like that
Hmm.
happening. And then you having enough self-awareness to be like, oh my God, millions of people are gonna see this. And
All right.
I can't really do this. Like you're just
Right.
not gonna do certain things the same way. I think that's why they get on Phaedra. Because Phaedra notices a damn check. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, as much as
She
everybody
does.
loves or hates Phaedra, this is work. And
It's for
when
her.
yes,
It's
so
for
when
that
you
money.
know those things, it's you move around. But
Hmm.
I definitely see a future for you way more than some of those people. And there is no honor amongst thieves, and that's the fact of the matter.
Right.
Eventually, they'll all turn on each other. Everybody has a role to play, but when you build walls and not bridges with people, you only have a matter of time until people put you on an island by yourself, and the very same things you did to those other people will be
Hmm.
the same things that they do to you. And the sick part is you won't even see it coming. But then again, I don't see how you couldn't when they played out of the same playbook that you played from.
Yep. It's karma, and I'm gonna be sitting there waiting for them. I'm gonna be sitting there waiting, and we'll see. I'm wondering how the edits are gonna be this season for the show, and I'm waiting for that. And I hope it paints a true picture of everything, and that's why when I get on my YouTube, I'm gonna go ahead and tell exactly what happened. And I also I actually recorded myself after some scenes because I already knew. I'm like, no, y'all not gonna be trying to mess this up and try to paint this fake old story. So I did my own blogging while I was on some of these trips. That I will be probably posting. I'll be posting it.
Yes, I'm glad that we were able to chit chat. We're all rooting for you. Get that tea,
Thank
continue
you.
to prosper. Anything that leaves you with a low vibrational feeling, that's exactly what it is. Stay away from that darkness. Protect your peace. And
Thank you so much.
stand on business. If your first instinct is to read the shit out of all of them, then do that. And then, like Heavenly says, I'm gonna say it, but then I'm gonna take it back. So I'm gonna say it, and I'm not taking it back. And then we're gonna
Right. No, and I
apologize.
think that's where I'm at with everybody. So yeah, and I think that during the season, you're gonna see it. It don't matter who you are. If you want some FSHIT, I'm
Hmm.
getting in your ass. I'm just gonna do it. And
Oh, you
so you will
should.
see. I don't have. Well, I can't give it away, but
Well, you can't. And here's the thing about elders. I feel like, yes, you should respect your elders, but if you want to act my age and play like you're my
You gonna
age, then you're in the sandbox with somebody my age,
Hey,
and then I gotta
that's what I
treat you as
said. I
such.
said if you want to over here and get in this sandbox and you want to play with me, and don't get mad when I throw sand in your eyes, because you're not acting your age. You're acting like an old bitter person. It's just like, if you're an elder, elders are supposed to provide wisdom and look after you, and
Yes,
but I can get
that's a
guidance.
different spirit and energy. That elders,
That
I don't
ain't
want them type of elders providing anything to me. Not those folk.
no. And I talk about that. I talk about elders this season, so you'll see when you'll
And
see
that's what they should be
one episode.
referred to as the elders.
They're
Elders,
elders.
elderly, seasoned, long in the tooth, all of those
Long as that.
things. Yeah, long in
You
the
are
tooth.
so funny.
Yeah, all of those things.
For the vets, I hope you were taking notes on how to get 100% rated so that you can get your permanent disability placard. And for the haters, I hope that you loved that conversation with the teacher. That was a teacher, y'all. I wonder what he says to his classroom. Anyway, leave your bell rung for the next video from this and leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Smash that like button.